Hi guys, Andy here. Let's have a look at the NASDAQ futures for Tuesday, November 7. For the record, today is Monday, November 6. Time is around 7:30 p.m. GMT. So let's start in the higher time frame. Here we are looking at the weekly chart, and my take on the Nasdaq is that we made a wave 1 up right here. We came then down as a wave 2. We did not reach our wave 2 area, but we started to turn up from here. So here we can see a clearly impulsive move. So this might be an indication that we have started this wave 3 here in the higher degree. This would be our target. So this looks very bullish, but of course we won't go there in a straight line. We should go there again in 5 waves because a wave 3 is an impulse. And so I think we are working here on the wave 1, the wave 1 up. And yeah, this wave 1 is not finished yet. I believe we are working here on the wave 4 of the wave 1. So we had the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a fifth wave should follow to finish this wave 1. And then after this wave 1, we can turn down as a wave 2 correction. So corrective move as a wave 2. So this looks all quite bullish. However, there's also a possibility that yeah, we are having a bearish count right here. So for quite some time we were here in a bearish cycle. Now we start to break out. So this could be an indication that we are starting a new impulse up from here. But it's a bit too early to conclude this. So therefore, I definitely also want to share a bearish scenario with you. And the bearish scenario here in the weekly would be that this wave 2 here is actually not in yet, but that we are still working on the wave 2. And then we could do this as a flat structure. So then it would mean we came down here in 3, 1, 2, 3 as a wave A. Then this move up here is a corrective wave B in 3. So 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, and then from here we should start an impulse down as a wave C in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, into this area, and then our wave 2 could be in. So I'm not assuming this scenario as my primary scenario, because like current price action is right here. There is quite some separation between the low here and our current price level. Overall, we are also bullish in the Nasdaq. So I think for now, it still makes more sense to take the bullish scenario as the primary scenario. But from an Elliott Wave point of view, this flat scenario would be perfectly possible. So it's something that we have to consider. Now, if we go to the daily, I told you I think we are working on this wave 1 here, that this wave 1 is not finished yet, and that we are currently doing the wave 4. So here from the low, I think we had a wave 1, a wave 2, and then we had this impulsive move up as a wave 3. And then now, as you can see, we have been in wave 4 area. So the wave 4 could be over, but it could also still be ongoing. This is a bit hard to say, but I think we should know in some days, because it will all depend here how this structure further evolve. I will explain you in a minute on the lower time frame. But so as a wave 4, there are 2 possibilities. I believe we could have done the wave 4 here as a 333 correction. So a W, as indicated in red, a W, X, Y, WXYXZ correction. So this is what we call a triple tree correction. So we've been in the wave 4 area. We have our triple tree correction, but actually this triple tree correction is, I would say, mainly inspired by the S&P 500, because here the level the S&P 500 reached here, this low, is actually the extreme area of the wave 4 in the S&P 500. So it would mean that if we take out this low in the NASDAQ, so then we definitely take out this low in the S&P 500, it would mean that we cannot have a wave 4 anymore in the S&P 500. And if we do not have a wave 4 anymore in the S&P 500, this opens the door for quite some bearish scenarios. So from that perspective, it's not this rally we had last week is not so surprising. There had to be a reaction in the S&P 500, and this reaction was quite strong. And so, yeah, if you see this reaction in the S&P 500, you also see it in the NASDAQ, of course. So wave 4 can be in right here, then it would be as a triple tree correction, like I just explained. But it could also be that, we are actually doing, as indicated in green, a WXY correction. So a double tree correction, actually. And then it would be, or it is important that we get another leg down right here, taking out this low, and then we go here into this area, and this is the area that we can find by taking the length of the wave W, the length of the wave X, and then the area here between the 1 and the 1.618 FIB extension is our wave 4 area. So now, how will we decide, or what will help us to make a decision about, is the wave 4 low in or not? Well, therefore, I always look at price action on the lower time frame. So if you remember, like if you follow me for a while, or in the recent weeks, is actually enough to remember this. Like when we made this low, I told you that this here was the first possibility that the wave 4 low was in, because we had the mature correction WXY, and from here what was important was this price action here on the lower time frame. This needed to be an impulse, because if the wave 4 low is in, then it means that a wave 5 should start, and a wave 5 is also an impulse. So the first wave of the wave 5 should also show an impulse. And we had this kind of price action right here. Many people were convinced that this here was an impulse. I was not convinced at all. I always saw this move here as corrective, and this is also what happened. We took out the low right here, so another corrective leg down. So what we now actually will do is again the same kind of analysis. So if our wave 4 low is in right here, then what we should see from this low is an impulse up, because a wave 5 starts with an impulse. And so from this low right here, visually you could say, this looks very impulsive, and this is also true. But it is important to see the 5 waves. Like an ABC can also be very impulsive, like a very impulsive C wave, but then it's still a corrective structure. We need the 5 waves to have an impulse up. And so, in my opinion, for now, still I believe we only have 3 from this low. So if we look here in the 1 hour, no, let's start with the 4 hour here. So what we see here is that we are still ending very strong in the 4 hour. This is normally not how an impulse ends. An impulse ends with divergence. A corrective structure, 3 waves, does not end with divergence. And for the moment, I'm not seeing any divergence. That does not mean that that the divergence can still come, but for now, I cannot see this as 5 waves up. That does not mean that we will not get the fourth and the fifth wave, but for now, it is only 3 waves. And so then what we should have next in order to have an impulse. So I believe if I have to come up with a count here on the lower time frame in the 1 hour, then I would say this here is the 1, this here is the 2, and this structure here, this move up, is simply still one wave, and that is the wave 3. I do not see a wave 4 and a wave 5 in this upward structure right here. So I would say what we have from this low can still be corrective, like A, B, C, or it can be an ongoing impulse, but then as indicated in red, we need a 4 and a 5 wave up. That would be the first good indication that the wave 4 low is in right here, and then the real test will follow if we get our correction down, 3 waves down. If we have to correct this impulse 1, 2, 3, then this low has to hold, of course, and if this low holds, then it means that our fifth wave might have started. Okay, so we are looking at this. Will this be an impulse or not? For the moment, in my opinion, it is not yet an impulse. We are missing the fourth and the fifth wave. And so if the structure stays like this, if the structure stays in 3 waves, then I believe we are working on this wave Y here. So as an A, B, C structure, then this here was a wave A down in 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a corrective wave B. As you can see, we are also hanging here now at the extreme boundary of the wave B. And then from here, we can expect a wave C down in 5 waves as an impulse, taking out this low. And then we have another chance that the wave 4 low was in. So important for this scenario here in green, this is kind of our invalidation level right here. So this is also something to monitor right here. But so in conclusion, if this is the wave 4, we need to finish an impulse up right here, which means we need to see a fourth and a fifth wave in this structure. If we do not see the fourth and the fifth wave, then I believe we are still working on the wave 4, and then we should turn down somewhere from here, taking out this low. And once we took out this low, there is another chance that the wave 4 might have finished. Okay, that's my analysis for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work. And I see you one of the next days for another update about the NASDAQ. Have a nice day. Bye bye.